students, it is my pleasure to interact with you. I am Adhapak Damodara, a teacher of English language. It is very fun to visit a tourist spot or pilgrim place during the summer vacation or the other vacations. One of such an astounding and interesting place is Khatmandu. It is located in Nepal and very near to our country. Shall we move to the overview of the lesson, Khatmandu?
Let us see the overview of the lesson. For better comprehension, the lesson has been divided into the three parts. Those are before you read, reading comprehension, and working with text. Have a glance at learning objectives of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe your own experience of traveling to a new place and identify some holy places in your locality and discuss their surroundings. Recognize the difference between Pasupatinatha temple and Bauddhanatha stupa. State the impact of pollution on the holy river Bagmati in Kathmandu.
Let us know a famous literary personality, Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth is born on 20th June 1952 in Kolkata, West Bengal. His father was Premnath Seth and his mother was Leela Seth, who is first woman to become Chief Justice of a High Court of a state in India. Vikram Seth has written several novels, poetry books, travel writings, and children's literature. Some of his notable works are A Suitable Boy, The Golden Gate, An Equal Music, Mappings, Bestly Tales from Here and There, etc. He got several awards like Padma Shri, Sahitya Akademi Award, Guggenheim Fellowship, and Commonwealth Writers' Prize, etc.
Let us see the first part of Kathmandu. Before you read, have you ever been to a tourist place? Recollect your experiences. Once look at the screen. There are three images. The first image is the Dargah of Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti. Ajmer Sharif is situated in Rajasthan. See the second image. Sanchi is a Buddhist complex. A famous great stupa is located in Raisan district of Madhya Pradesh. The third image is Sarnath. It is located at confluence of Ganga and Gomati near Varanasi, where Buddha got Mahaparinirvana. Here, Vikram Seth travelled from China to India via Nepal and Tibet, and his experiences were put in a book, Heaven Lake, in the form of travelogue. Now we discuss one of aspects from it.
Let us see the lesson Kathmandu. I get a cheap room in the center of town and sleep for hours. The next morning, with Mr. Shah's son and nephew, I visit the two temples in Kathmandu that are most sacred to Hindus and Buddhists. At Pasupatinatha, outside which a sign proclaims entrance for the Hindus only, there is an atmosphere of febrile confusion. Priests, hawkers, devotees, tourists, cows, monkeys, pigeons, and dogs roam through the grounds. We offer a few flowers. There are so many worshippers that some people trying to get the priest's attention are elbowed aside by others pushing their way to the front. A princess of the Nepalese royal house appears. Everyone bows and makes way. By the main gate, a party of saffron-clad Westerns struggle for permission to enter. The policeman is not convinced that they are the Hindus. Students, let us have a small glossary. Proclaim means make known publicly or officially. Febrile confusion. means hurried activity or completed chaos. Shall we move to a small antonym check? Let us read the paragraph and say a suitable antonym to the underlined word from the paragraph. Paragraph. Western struggle for permission to enter. The policeman is not convinced that they are the Hindus. Only Hindus are allowed to enter the temple. A fight breaks out between the two monkeys. In the paragraph, the underlined words are struggle, permission, enter, allowed, breaks out. Now, think the antonyms for the underlined words. For the struggle, peace is the right antonym. For permission, rejection is the right antonym. For enter, exit is the right antonym. For allowed, denied is the right antonym. For breaks out, stops is the right antonym. Right answers. Good.
Let us go for a small test. Here is a question under which there are 4 options. You have to choose the correct option. The question is, which river flows through Khatmandu? A. Ganga, B. Bagmati, C. Brahmaputra, D. Gomati.
Let us move to the subsequent part of the lesson. At the Baudranath Stupa, the Buddhist shrine of Kathmandu, there is, in contrast, a sense of stillness. Its immense white dome is ringed by a road. Small shop stands on its outer edge. Many of these are owned by Tibetan immigrants. Felt bags, Tibetan prints, and silver jewelry can be bought here. There are no crowds. This is a heaven of quietness in the busy streets around. Kathmandu is vivid, mercenary, religious, with small shrines to flower-adorned deities along the narrowest and busiest streets, with fruit sellers, hawkers of postcards, shops selling Western cosmetics, film rolls and chocolate, or copper utensils and Nepalese antiquities. Film songs blare out from the radios. Car horns sound. Bicycle bells ring. Stray cow low questioningly at motorcycles. Vendors shout at their wares. I indulge myself mindlessly. Busy a bar of marzipan, a corn on the cob, roasted in a charcoal brazier on the pavement.
Let us know the meanings to some unfamiliar words. One of the such a word is protrude, means extended beyond or above the surface. Look at the picture. A shrine half protrudes on the bank of Bagmati. Let us know the meaning for another unfamiliar word. It is shrine. Shrine means a place regarded as a holy because of its association with a divinity or a sacred person or a relic marked by a building or other construction. Now look at the image. There is a image of golden temple which is a shrine for Sikhs.
Here is a synonym check for you. Now read the paragraph and say suitable synonym to the underlined word from the paragraph. Let us read the paragraph. The Buddhist shrine of Khatmandu, there is, in contrast, a sense of stillness. Its immense white dome is ringed by a road. Small shops stand on its outer edge. See the underlined words: shrine, contrast, stillness, immense, and edge. Now, guess their synonyms. Yes, holy place is synonym for shrine, defer is synonym for contrast, tranquility is synonym for stillness, gigantic is synonym for immense, brim is synonym for edge. Right answers. Good. Here is a small test for you. There is a question and four options are there. You have to find the wrong answer. Question: which of the following statement is wrong and mark it with F? Option A. A sign at Pashupatinath temple proclaims entrance for Hindus only. Second option. A small shrine of protrudes from the river bank of Bagmati. Option 3. At the Baudhanath Stupa, there is a constant sense of stillness. Option 4. Streets of Kathmandu were very broad and calm.
Shall we move to second chunk of the lesson Kathmandu? Here, the author considers about his return journey. As he was exhausted, he opted flight journey. As the flight is scheduled for the next day, he spends one more day observing the streets of Kathmandu. The author was mesmerized by the music and he recollects the different kinds of musics.
Let us move to the another part of the lesson. I look at the flute seller standing in a corner of the square near the hotel. In his hand is a pole with an attachment at the top from which 50 or 60 bansuris protrude in all directions like the quills of a porcupine. They are of bamboo. There are cross flutes and recorders. From time to time, he stands the pole on the ground, selects a flute and plays for a few minutes. The sound rises clearly above the noise of the traffic and the hawker's cries. He plays slowly, meditatively, without excessive display. He does not shout out his wares. Occasionally, he makes a sale, but in a curiously offhanded way, as if this were incidental to his enterprise. Sometimes he breaks off playing to talk to the fruit seller. I imagine that this has been the pattern of his life for years. I find it difficult to tear myself away from the square. Flute music always does this to me. It is at once the most universal and most particular of sounds. There is no culture that does not have its flute. The reed ney, the recorder, the Japanese shakuhachi, the deep bansuri of Hindustani classical music, the clear or breathy flutes of South America. Let us move to comprehension.
Let us know the meanings to some unfamiliar words. Here, fingering, it is a verb form. Way of placing fingers to play different notes or ranges in music. Here, see the picture. A musician is fingering the harmonium with his fingers.
Let us have a glance at a small glossary. Deities, gods or goddesses. Marzipan, one kind of sweet made with grated almonds. Wash down, to drink something to get easy digestion. Nauseating, it is an adverb. Repellent, the smell of garbage nauseating me. See how the noun forms are formed by adding suffixes to the other form of the word. Now read the paragraph and make noun forms adding suffixes to the underlined words. Let us read the paragraph. Selects a flute and plays for a few minutes. The sound rises clearly above the noise of the traffic and hawkers' cries. He plays slowly, meditatively, without excessive display. He does not shout out his wares. Now, underlined words are selects, rises, clearly, meditatively, shout, wears. Once think and make noun forms by adding some suffixes. Check your answers. Select, selection, rises, rising, clearly, clarity, meditatively, meditation, shout, shouting. Right answers. Good.
A small test for you. Here is a question and there are 4 options. You have to choose the correct option. The question: what is the reason to choose flight journey by the author? A. He was exhausted. B. He liked flight journey. C. He missed the train. D. There is a lot of rush at the bus station. Shall we go for a small test? There are 4 sentences given here. You have to put them in a right order and assign them 1, 2, 3, 4 according to their order. A fruit seller is standing in a corner. The fruit seller is contrary to the other vendors. The author is exhausted. He booked a flight ticket.
Here is a fun test for you. Match the following. There are 5 sentences under caption A and 5 sentences under caption B. Under caption A, Pasupatinatha Temple, Bagmati River, Baudhnath Stupa, Music of Flute, Bansuri. Under caption B, which attracted the author, one kind of musical instrument, a holy river in Khatmandu, sense of stillness, febrile confusion.
Dear students, check your answers. 1E, 2C, 3D, 4A, 5B. Good.
Check your quickness. Observe the paragraphs we have gone through and identify the equal sentences which are located in the text of the present day module. The sentences are: some foreigners visit Hindu temples. The Kathmandu is on the bank of Bagmati. The author is a keen observer. The author likes music. Check your answers. We find the first sentence in the second paragraph, 12th line. We find the second sentence at the bottom of the 98th page in the second paragraph. We find the third sentence in the 6th paragraph, first line. We find the fourth sentence in the 7th paragraph, first line. Good. Good answers. There is a fun activity to you. You have to do 2 things. The first one is, on the following map, mark out the road which the author thought of but did not take to Delhi. The second task is, you have to mark a route map from your native place to Kathmandu by a train or by a road. See the mental images created by the author. Febrile confusion outside the Pashupatinath temple. Inside of the temple, some people trying to get priest's attention. By the main gate, a party of saffron-clad westerns struggle for permission to enter. Monkeys fight, flute seller, and description of shops at the. Here is an assignment for you. You may do it individually or you may take help from your friends. Dear students, you have read the lesson Khatmandu. Now you have to write a comparative table between Khatmandu and your favorite visiting place. The comparable things are location, their prominence, associated religions, connectivity, and other differences.
Have a glance at summary of the lesson. Describe their own experience of traveling to a new place and identify some holy places in their city and discuss their surroundings. Recognize the difference between Pashupatinath's temple and Bauddhanath Stupa. State the impact of pollution on holy river Bagmati in Kathmandu. Explain the cultural diversity and religious significance of Kathmandu.